A new slate of Game Pass games have been announced, and the power of the Xbox Series X continues to show. So it looks like we are going to have a bunch more games to start playing between now and the end of July, as the second half of the month's Xbox Game Pass releases have been announced. So here is a quick snapshot of them. We got Battlefield 5. We have Crimson Skies, High Road to Revenge, that original Xbox game. I actually made a video talking about this game way back in the day on my channel. Definitely one of my favorite games on the Xbox. It was really fun. It was unique. It had great flight mechanics and overall had a great story. So really cool to see that coming out. We have Blinx the Time Sweeper, again, another original Xbox game that I really enjoyed. And I always go back to Blinx the Time Sweeper when I think about 3D platforming mascot that Xbox could eventually bring back. And I think Blinx would be an interesting one. I know not a lot of people, I think, know about Blinx or have played Blinx. It was an original Xbox game, and we haven't really heard too much since the original Xbox. So it'd be really cool maybe one day if they created a new Blinx. We have Flight Simulator, obviously a game tons of people are looking forward to. We know that they are using the Azure tech in order to really give us the exact same experience on the Xbox consoles as we are getting on PC. So that should be very exciting to see. Cris Tales, now this is a JRPG game with a really cool time mechanic, and I've been watching some quick reviews on it, and it looks like it is going to be a great RPG to play. So very excited to eventually jump into this game, and if you are an RPG fan, then I think this is a game you should definitely check out. Got Atomic Corps, which is a roguelite bullet hell game. Raji, I watched some videos on this, and it is a side-scrolling platformer with like 2.5D action and stuff, and it looks really fun. So I'll probably be jumping into that. We got Last Stop. I don't know too much about this game, but I may check it out later. We have The Ascent, and this is a game I think a lot of people are excited for. The RPG cyberpunk style of shooter, and I just can't wait to jump into this. It is co-op as well, so it should be fun to play with people. Lethal League, which I believe is like a speedball style of game. Omno, which is a game we talked about in a previous video where it was a surprise announcement coming to Game Pass. It is a game developed by one person, and it looks like a really cool action adventure game. And then Wingman, which is another flight style of game. So all in all, I think this is a great slate of games coming out in the next 2 weeks. I mean, there's tons of stuff to jump into. I'm excited for playing at least, I'd say, 4 of these games with Cris Tales, Flight Simulator. I want to jump back into Blinx at some point, Crimson Skies, Raji, and The Ascent. I say those are the main ones I'm excited for, and then I'll probably check out Omno as well, because I love seeing just how creative some of these games that are developed by a single person can be. So as we know, at the launch of this generation, the Xbox Series X is the most powerful console out, and one of the big things I think that the extra power on the Xbox Series X is going to help with as we go through this generation is just the implementation of ray tracing while still allowing the games to run well and run properly. So far throughout this generation, I don't think the power has even become close to being shown off yet, and we're going to start seeing this as we go through, but we are getting a little bit of stuff here that is kind of showing how the extra power is going to be better for games going forward, especially if you're wanting things like ray tracing. So this is F1 2021, and they are going to be disabling ray tracing on the PlayStation 5, at least for now, to make sure that the game on the PS5 runs smoothly. So update 1.04 for F1 2021 made its way over to PC a couple days ago, but then it just came over to the consoles recently. And for the PlayStation 5 version, in the patch notes, it is saying that they are aware of performance issues on the PS5 that concluded that the issues were due to the ray tracing effect. So the team has taken the difficult decision to temporarily disable it and add stability to the game. And Codemasters is saying that it now aims to enable ray tracing again quickly as possible and will provide an update when it's ready. Now, the Xbox Series X and the PC versions of the game will continue to have ray tracing enabled because the issue is only appearing on the PlayStation 5. So there's a couple of things here that I can think of as to why this is happening. One, the development between PC and Xbox probably virtually the same, so it's very easy for them to add these updates and then apply it across both Xbox and for PC. And then secondly, I think that with the PlayStation 5, it being less of a powerful console than the Xbox Series X, they may have to go in and tweak some of the resolution settings, some of the graphical settings, in order to make sure that the game runs stable with a high amount of ray tracing. Now, this isn't the only thing this week that's popped up in terms of a graphical difference between games. We are seeing here with Psychonauts 2 that it is not getting a native PS5 version, and the Xbox Series X will offer 4K and 120 FPS modes. Now we know Psychonauts 2 and Double Fine are Xbox Studios. It's an Xbox Studios game, but Psychonauts 2 is multi-platform, and going forward I'm sure that like Psychonauts 3 and all those games will be exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem. But for as of right now, it looks like there is no PlayStation 5 version of this game. So there is the Xbox One, which you get 1080p 30 FPS, the Xbox One X 4K 30, the Xbox Series S offers you 2880 by 1660 at 60 frames per second or 120 frames per second at 1080p. And then on the X, you get 60 or 120 FPS modes at 4K resolution, and the 120 FPS mode is at 1440p. Now, the issue here with the PlayStation 5 is that the max you're getting is 1440p at 60 frames per second, and the biggest reason for that is because I guess you're only getting the PlayStation 4 Pro version of the game, which if you're looking to play this game on the PS5, you're not going to be getting the next gen version of it, which is unfortunate. But at the end of the day, so far I don't think it really matters that much. If you want to play, I still think it would be worth it on the PS5 because all of the previews so far for Psychonauts 2 has been absolutely incredible, and I'm very excited for this game to come out in August. But anyways guys, that's it for me. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Let me know which games you're excited to play from this Game Pass announcement, and let me know what you think about the power between the Series X and the PlayStation 5. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here and you like what you see throughout this video, I'd really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button to help this channel grow and help grow this community so we can have great conversations in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.
We'll be right back.